Hey friends, welcome back and welcome if you're new. Today I am super excited because I am sharing a little tour of my daughter's bedroom. So I'm gonna give you a full detailed tour here in a minute, but first I wanted to just sit down and tell you guys a little bit about this makeover. So if you don't know, my daughter Emma is gonna be 7 in August, and she finally has her own bedroom. She previously shared a room with her brother Grayson, but he moved into Graham's room and now she has her own space to make girly and fun and really reflect more of her happy sunshine personality. So we knew we wanted to tackle this space this summer and we finally did it, and I'm super happy with how it turned out. So I was just kind of waiting for inspiration to strike. I don't know if you've ever had that happen before, where you know you want to make over a room but you're not really sure yet what you want to do. And that's kind of the boat I was in for a couple of months. But funny enough, I was actually in Asheville, North Carolina on a trip with my family the beginning of July, and I was walking through an antique shop that was very cluttered, very busy, had a lot going on, floor to ceiling, just jam-packed. And I'm walking through, not really looking for anything specific, and out of this trunk I noticed a quilt, and immediately my eyes kind of lit up, and I'm not really sure what drew me to the quilt. Maybe it was all the color, I don't know, but I just loved it, and immediately I thought to myself, this would be perfect in Emma's room. When we got home back to Ohio, we brought it into the room, we brought it into the space, and we started coming up with ideas. I had Emma take a look at the quilt, and I had her really guide the vision as far as colors go so we could pick a paint color. And there are tons of corals and reds and greens and blues and yellows to choose from in this quilt, so she had plenty to go off of. And she immediately told me that she wanted the room to be yellow and blue. And I was actually kind of surprised by that, but I was super excited because those two colors really pair well together. And I was reminded, my mom reminded me that when I was about her age, I had a bedroom that was blue and yellow. So that's kind of funny, funny coincidence. But she told me the colors, we went to Sherwin-Williams, we picked out several samples, and ultimately decided to paint her room Banana Cream by Sherwin-Williams, and it is such a happy sunshine yellow. It's perfect for Emma. It definitely complements her little personality, and it's just a bright, happy color. I don't know if I mentioned this before, but Emma's room is also going to serve us as the guest bedroom whenever we have company. That's why she has a full-size bed. That way 2 guests can sleep in here. And I wanted this room to be really girly and perfect for her, but not too crazy or busy. I really wanted to scale things back, show some restraint, and do things well, and really only add collected items that we love. So yellow was the color, Banana Cream, we get it on the walls. I decided that this room needed just a little bit more charm and character, so I had my husband Caleb do a beadboard chair rail along the entire lower half of the 4 walls. We ended up trimming it out, and it looks so pretty. I am so happy with this decision. It really kind of tones down the yellow. The pure white, that's the color, Pure White by Sherwin-Williams, really complements the yellow. It just adds a really nice sweetness to the space. It's perfect. So we got the paint picked out. We did sort of all the DIY projects to this room, and then we were ready to figure out the layout and decorate. So mainly, I don't want to go on and on, I want to get to the tour, but mainly the biggest thing that we had to do was figure out where to put the bed, since it was a full-size bed and there were no centered windows or walls without window in this space that really worked. So we put the bed against the wall that is opposite of the door. So when you walk into the room, that's where the bed is. I think that looks the most appealing. And then just to make it feel more symmetrical, since there is a window behind the bed that's off center, I paired it with 2 matching nightstands, and that really does give the space a ton of symmetry. We also added some vintage furniture, a really fun desk find, and this space has really come together. Emma is so excited about it. She loves her little room. It's definitely a sanctuary for her now. So I'm gonna go ahead and flip the camera around and let's take a little closer look at this space. So come on into Emma's room. I apologize. The sun keeps coming in and out. I can't decide what it wants to do today, but we're just gonna make do. This is what you see when you come into her room. I even added a new light switch cover. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I thought it was really pretty. But we're gonna go ahead and work our way around. So I'm gonna start, actually, you know what? Let's start with the rug. So this rug is from Target. I actually found it in store. It's Threshold, and I believe this is it's not an 8x10. Is it a 5x7? I think it's just a 5x7, which works perfectly in this space. I just wanted something kind of in front of the bed to have something comfortable to sit on, to play on, something that was durable, not a lot of pattern. I liked the blonde tone of this sort of jute. I thought it paired well with the yellow walls, and it has like a soft backing underneath. So we'll see how long it holds up, but it works well in this space. And then we're gonna work our way around. Okay, so let's start with the dresser. This was an antique shop find, and the owner of the booth actually sold it to me for $80, which I thought was such a good deal considering that this is in really, really good shape. I love all of the little vintage details that you just don't find in furniture today, like the little keyhole details and the floral details, these sweet little crystal knobs, just all those little touches. And I think that this dresser adds a ton of warmth to the space. It's really pretty against the white. The tones are right with the flooring. I thought it was just a great find. Thankfully, the drawers work really well, so Emma can store a bunch of clothes in there. Let's talk about what I have on her dresser, which is not a lot. I really want a simple feel in this space. I want her to be at peace in here. I don't want all this stuff in the clutter. So we're keeping it simple, and she seems to be enjoying that. But on her dresser, if you're in need of some bow storage, I don't know if your daughters wear lots of hair bows, but mine does. And I just got this 2-tiered tray at Hobby Lobby and filled it up with bows. And she can just come in here and pick out her bow in the morning. And it's been working really well. And then just a really sweet little framed photo of Emma when she was brand new. I think she's a week old here, maybe not even. Look at all that hair she had, you guys. She was so sweet. And then up above the dresser, I have some handheld mirrors. They're both vintage, and I'm starting to collect them for her. I saw this idea on Pinterest. I wish I could take credit, but I can't. but I thought it was such a cool idea. So we've been on the hunt as we've been going into antique shops and thrift shops. We've been looking for these mirrors. We've only found 2 so far, but over the years we'll just collect a few more and it'll take up this wall space and be really pretty. I just hung them up with command hooks and I tied a satin ribbon on each of them. So this is a pretty little dresser space. So you can see this wall, we've centered the bed, even though the window is not centered. But just to kind of play on that, I only did 1 curtain panel and I got little tie curtains. I think they add such a pretty feminine detail. I think I got those at Target. She also has some blinds. They're great because she gets a lot of evening sun in here in the summer months. I think those were from Amazon. But like I said, I wanted some symmetry on either side of her bed. So I found these nightstands and I looked on Facebook Marketplace for probably 2 weeks, 3 weeks. I really struggled to find a pair. I was going to chalk paint white. So I ended up getting these ones from Hobby Lobby and they are honestly perfect. I'm so glad I got them because she has so much storage now. I mean, 3 drawers on either side. She has plenty of clothing storage, which you guys know. If you know old houses, there's not a lot of clothing storage, so it's perfect for her. And this nightstand, I just have this sweet little lamp with these brass birds. I hope you can see them up close. I think they're so pretty. And then a couple of books that we've been reading at nighttime. Alice in Wonderland. She is obsessed with Alice in Wonderland, which is really funny because it wasn't my favorite as a kid, but the stories are really sweet. And then we've been reading some of these Peter Rabbit stories. She's been reading to me now more, which is so fun. And I kept these on the nightstand too because this one has the blue and the yellow in it. Just really sweet. And then this is my all-time favorite find for this room. Once I knew we were doing blue and yellow, I was in an antique shop. The frame is from Hobby Lobby and I did like a gold rub and buff on it, but the picture was in a different frame. I found it in an antique shop for $4 and it's this little girl in a field of wildflowers and look at her bow. It is the perfect blue paired with the yellow wildflowers. It matches her room perfectly. It was such a good find. I just love that. Her bed is vintage inspired. It kind of has that spindle Jenny Lind look, but it's from Wayfair. It is solid wood though. It's a very solid bed. I like the white. Again, I think it keeps it really bright and airy in here, and I think it was a pretty affordable price point. We got this a few months ago, but here's her bedding. Here's the quilt I was talking about before. And you can see all of the beautiful patterns, kind of a mustard yellow, a sunshine yellow. This is more of her wall color, some corals, some reds. It's just really pretty. Now, it was tricky though, because it's not like I had shams to go with it. So when I tried to figure out her bedding, I wanted to complement the quilt. So I just got a solid white quilt. This actually came from Walmart. And it's really pretty. I liked that the shams kind of had a girly ruffle detailing. Plain white quilt, and then I found this blue, it's kind of the same blue in here, patterned sheet set, also from Walmart. So shout out to Walmart for some good bedding finds. And then just some mustard colored pillow covers because I really like that blue and yellow together. I think that's really pretty. And these covers came from Amazon. So I love how this turned out considering it was kind of hodgepodge. I think it really paired well together. This light fixture was the one big splurge item for her room. So I don't know if you can see in the lighting, like I said, is a little wonky, but the light hookup was way over here, completely off-centered. So I knew I wanted to do a chandelier so that we could run the chain and then put the chandelier on a hook to center it better. But this actually came from Pottery Barn Kids. And I love just the crystal. It's very girly, very feminine, sort of gives an antique vibe, a little glam. Emma is obsessed. She calls it her princess light. She really loves it. So I think it paired well for this space. And then over here, I guess we didn't talk about over here yet. I ended up adding a mirror. This was originally above her dresser, but having the mirror on this wall, I think, gives a much bigger impact. It adds more light to the room. It makes the room feel bigger. So we ended up keeping it over there. And then I already told you about the curtains. Oh, but then over here on this nightstand, kept things super simple. And I have a large mason jar and some fresh cut daisies from my cottage garden in the backyard. So I have tons and tons of daisies back there, and daisies keep in a vase for 7 to 10 days. So it's been nice. Ever since we did a room, I've been putting them in here, and there is just something about fresh cut flowers in a bedroom that is very cozy and welcoming. Emma is very into American Girl dolls right now. She has this cute little antique rocking chair, and I think that's Emily, but she is so cute. Emma put Emily on display because Emily's dress matches the quilt. I thought that was so funny that she put 2 and 2 together like that. But she loves her American Girl dolls, and we just store all of the clothes and stuff in this big wicker chest, which I found on Facebook Marketplace for around $20, I think, in that one, and then also in that one. So most of her toys are in those 2 chests. She does have a dollhouse in her closet that she plays with too. But I think it's so sweet that she has them displayed there. And then this little corner is my favorite. So Emma wanted to add these butterflies up here. She put them up. I think she did a really good job. I think I found those at Hobby Lobby, or actually Emma found them at Hobby Lobby, and she begged me to get them for her room. So of course I couldn't say no. But we have these hooks here, and they are great for just decorative purposes, functional purposes. Emma can hang her backpack or coats or things of that nature. I just wanted an area where she had some hooks, and this worked out well that we were able to screw right into the trim. She has this little gown hung. She found this at an antique shop when we were looking the other day. She said, "Mom, this would be perfect for my hooks." So again, just really sweet and fun to do this with her, and she's so proud. But anyway, I knew I wanted to put a desk in her room, and I thought, you know, a roll top desk, if I could find a small one, would fit perfectly in this corner. And sure enough, I was so excited. I found this one on Marketplace for $30, and I have to fix the drawer still. It's a little bit busted, hence the price point, but you really can't tell. It still opens and closes. It just needs one little thing fixed. We just haven't done it yet. This color is so fun, and it is so pretty and bright and vibrant. It pairs so well with the yellow. It's called Greek Blue by, I think it's an Annie Sloan color. It's just a chalk paint, and now she has a little space in her room. She loves arts and crafts. She's having an art themed birthday party this year. She just loves it. So she has a space to draw and color. I've organized some coloring supplies in just little mason jars. I've got pencils there because she can also do homework here as the school year begins soon. So this is the perfect little nook for her. And this was a vintage chair that I found 2 or 3 years ago now. I'm always moving it around, so you've probably seen it before on my channel, but I put it here for now, and it works really well in this space. So also, a subscriber sent me this little framed chalkboard. How pretty is the detailing in that? I love that. We put it on the back of her door with command hooks. And we have some chalk here in one of these drawers, and she can play with that as she wishes. She hasn't done anything with it yet, but thought I'd share that. And you can just see this is just such a pretty little nook. I love the pop of color, and this room has really come together. If I forgot to mention something in that little tour, be sure to leave me a comment down below with any questions. I'd love to answer those for you. And I hope you enjoyed getting a closer look at this bedroom transformation today. It was so much fun, and I had a lot of fun sharing it with you. I hope that I gave you some decorating ideas and inspiration for your own home. If you did like today's video, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe before you leave today if you happen to be new here. I would love to have you, and I'll see you guys really soon in the next one. Bye.